Hello and welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about Dragon Ball Broly, the movie. I'm going into spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, I suggest you go watch it. For me, this is one of the best Dragon Ball movies that they have come out with. Of course, the technology is different nowadays, so it looks incredible. The action sequences are a lot of fun. Just the colors that they use, it's a beautiful movie. In terms of the story, I'm a Broly fan. That's the first Dragon Ball Z movie I ever purchased, was the Broly movie, and I like that they gave Broly some humanity. They showed his backstory, which was changed a little bit, with his father and everything that happened on Planet Vegeta. But I like that they showed him as a child, and as an adult, he was able to talk and have conversation with people, and you didn't really get that in the original movie. I disliked the fact that he didn't really hate Goku, and I guess they did that, for sequels, for maybe in another movie, Goku and Vegeta are getting beat up so badly that they call Broly for help or something like that. But in the original, they were born on the same day, and Goku cried so much that Broly just hated him. He couldn't stand him. So eventually when they met in the future, Broly just had a disdain for Goku. Like, just seeing him and hearing his voice, that's what made him erupt. It wasn't so much so that his father was on a revenge mission, and it was an okay change, but I really missed that aspect that Broly really hated Goku since they were kids. I like seeing Vegeta when he was younger. I like seeing Raditz. They even threw a little Raditz in there, and it was good seeing Goku's parents have conversation and not just perish. See that they cared about their kid and they wanted to get him off the planet, kind of like Superman in a way. They found a way to kind of disrespect Vegeta again. In the original movie, he was scared of Broly the entire time. Like, he didn't even want to fight. He was so scared. And everybody else fought. Trunks, Piccolo, Gohan, they all fought, and Vegeta was really scared to fight. But in this one, he looked cool and calm. And I liked the way he took it to Broly in the beginning, and he's a smart fighter, so he realized that Broly was getting better and getting stronger. But like, when he stopped fighting, Goku went in there, was fighting in his base form and handling his own against Broly after Vegeta was in his Super Saiyan God form getting beat up. And then Goku, when he went Super Saiyan God, I guess he's a more tactical fighter than Vegeta, and he was just doing stuff that Vegeta couldn't do, and they were like at the same level. I thought the transformations were really cool. The way Vegeta turned into a Super Saiyan, it looked different. You saw the hint of blue first, and then he just went regular Super Saiyan. And then the calmness he had when he went to Super Saiyan God, that he didn't have to power up, essentially. He didn't have to scream. He just like closed his eyes and it just came over him. And I thought that was really cool. The same thing with Goku. When he wanted to turn Super Saiyan God, he got calm, and that reminded me of when Gohan first turned Super Saiyan and they walked around for a while before the Cell games just as Super Saiyan, so they could just be calm and used to the extra aggression that they had. Whenever they changed, it was a spectacle. Broly was incredible. Just seeing him gradually grow into what you see in the original movie. Like, in the original, he turned really big and got the gold hair pretty fast. In this one, it was just a gradual step. Every time he got angry, he'd get green and he'd get a little bigger, and then eventually his shirt came off and the gold hair came out, and it was really cool to see. And it, like, the colors, again, I have to mention that I was like, wow, watching it, and it was a good fight. I felt like they were so eager to get Gogeta in, and he's probably my favorite character in the Dragon Ball universe, from watching the Fusion movie. But it felt like they wanted to plug him into something. So, they go to Piccolo and they basically have an hour and a half to just keep trying fusion. And it was funny that they gave the nod to the movie where they turned into the fat Gogeta and then the skinny Gogeta before they finally got it right, just like in the fusion movie. But they had a lot of time, and it was cool seeing him fight and go to work on Broly as Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta. My favorite character probably in this movie had to be Frieza. He's just so snarky. He's very smart, and the way he killed Broly's father and then just got Broly to get angrier, it was cool. He's a great character, and I don't ever see them getting rid of Frieza. Although he's been getting beat up a lot recently when we've seen him. I wish if they didn't do fusion, it would have been cool to see Goku control Ultra Instinct, because they mentioned the Tournament of Power. But, maybe for the next movie. I like the way it ended, though, with him going to the planet and seeing Broly and just talking to him, because that's the person Goku is. And, he wants to fight. And Broly, he's not angry at Goku. He doesn't have that hatred for Goku. So he can change and he can grow into a person. Maybe he could control his anger. Who knows what they'll do with the next movie. But I think they went all out with this movie in terms of the graphics and the animations. And it was a fun watch. And if you're a Dragon Ball fan, if you're a Dragon Ball Super fan, there's something that you will enjoy. If you don't know the full story of Broly, you should watch the original movie. You don't have to watch Bio Broly or when he returns. And also watch the Fusion movie to see Gogeta first arrive in that movie. But I must say, if you're an anime fan, if you're a Dragon Ball fan, watch this movie somehow, some way, because it's a lot of fun. And I had a good time watching. I was smiling ear to ear once the fighting started, because I like that they went to a area with no people. It was the Arctic, and then all of a sudden it turned into a volcano, and it was cool. You didn't have to worry about them hurting other people, and just they went all out fighting. And I can't wait till they do another movie and see what else they add. And the way they was gliding, with their powers, and the blue was just popping off the screen. It was amazing. So Dragon Ball Super Broly. What did you think about the movie? Did you enjoy it? What did you dislike about it? Who was your favorite character? What's your favorite transformation for any Saiyan? Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for listening. Deuces.